Alright guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be breaking down this trade I took. I actually took it a bit after my live ended. So this was taken on the 7th of April. And yeah, I'm going to break it down, top-down analysis, using a bit of a different entry technique. But nevertheless, let's get into it. Right, so this is the trade I took. This was taken on, it was NQ, sorry. And I'm going to break you down the trade. I'll put the executions on screen in a minute, right? And that'll just basically be my trade of executions. You can see where I got in, got out, etc. Right. So, what did I want for the day? I wanted shorts. I had a lot of people ask me why I wanted shorts, and I thought it was pretty obvious, to be fair. So what are we doing on the daily here? If we just zoom in here, we had NQ failing to take this high, right? While ES, I believe it was ES. Yeah, ES swept the same correlated high, right, as you can see here. So what is that giving me? Bearish S&T, yeah, previous day high. We had previous day low as the draw. Easy as, okay? So what do we do from there? We're waiting for our session to come over. And I just also want to add, actually, I put this all in the Discord. All in my private group. They get this all ahead of time. They get all my analysis ahead of time. They get my trades ahead of time. So, you know, throughout this video, I'll be posting it all ahead of time, right? So up here now, I'll put the analysis, which I've done ahead of time, and then I will also, then obviously you're going to see the result, and I'll do the same for the trade, which I took, right? So from the daily, I go to the 4 hour, right? Let me whip out some bar replay, and I'll just talk you through my thought process. Let's go like this, all right, here we go. So this is our previous day high SMT with ES, okay? And what else do you see here? What else do you see? If I get up the correlated assets, and we just have a little look about what we can see price do. Right, so you see how NQ is the weakest one due to the daily SMT, right? So, what do we see? I see this. 4 hour is used for what? It's used for profiling, right? What's this? London is here. This is a London high of the day, so we expect New York to continue, right? So it's either a London high of the day, or you can call it a London reversal, right? So what do we have? This is our daily open here, by the way, right? And then what do we have? So we have this. It would have been ideal if we did have some SMT here, I'm not gonna lie, but beggars can't be choosers. It looked to me like we were having a clear reversal profile, back down to drawing to previous day low. So from there we go to our 1 hour, right? And what do you see here? You start to see this all coming together. You see this 1 hour PD array, which I actually didn't take due to an error of my own. I should have taken it on ES. So you see how ES done a strength switch, right? So you see here, if I get rid of YM just quickly. So I took a break even on ES, and I should have taken it a bit differently. I got in a bit late. So you can see here that ES and NQ, right? At this current moment in time, NQ is making the lower high, while ES is making the higher high, right? So at the moment, as this daily SMT, ES is considered what? ES is considered the stronger asset. So if we wanted shorts, which we did, you'd want to short NQ, right? But then pay attention to what happens in here. Once we get into this key level here, this 1 hour PD array, price does what? It strength switches, right? So now we've got ES becoming the weaker asset, right? You need to take a note of this. This is strength switching. It's pretty easy, right? So what do we see? We already see that ES is now the weaker one. So I tried to get in ES, and I'll talk you through the trade I took on ES, and I got stop break even. In hindsight, I should have, you know, remained in it. I got in here. We had this SMT, this second stage, right? This became our order block, right? Series of up close candles, right? And then we had this candle closure here. I should have got in here. I thought personally the wick was too big. That was another error I made. And then obviously price from there went down lower, right? And bearing in mind we've still got previous day low. I said to my live, I said if previous day low goes, then on NQ or ES, then I won't be able to do anything, right? So similar thing with NQ here. NQ actually had a setup as well, which I didn't take. I should have taken this. But yeah, like I just got a bit, I don't know, those brain farts. But in hindsight, you know, the best trade to take would have been ES because of the strength switch, right? Anyway, so I'm like, okay, well, if we take previous day high, I'm done. I'm logging off the charts, okay? So let's have a look what we do. We cause some expansion, met with retracement, okay? So what am I looking at now? We've got this 30-minute gap about to form. So let's wait. And what do we do here in this next leg of price? Let me just fast forward this back. What do we do here? We tag into this 30-minute gap. Let me clear up some of this for all of you. So we tag into this 30-minute gap here, right? And what would have made this an A plus is if we had some kind of PSP, SMT, or something at the highs. We didn't, okay? As you can see, all the highs, this high got swept, are correlated, right? Very simple to understand. The only thing we did have was this PSP on this candle one, which, you know, is good. It's a good confluence. But the main reason I took this trade was actually looking at the 15-minute. Because I saw this. This was a 15-minute. This is the 15-minute continuation model which I was trading, right? I was trading the 3-minute. I was trading the 30-minute to the 3-minute. This would have been a 15-minute to the M1. But what did I see here? I saw a PSP, right? PSP, so a precision swing point. You can see here that YM closed bullish while NQ and ES closed bearish, and we also had the SMT, right? Pretty simple to understand. So that was another confluence to why my stop loss was. That's why I was comfortable with this stop loss. A lot of people had it up here, right, or here, and it just wouldn't make sense to me. The best place you could put it was where I was, just over 3R, or on that high, okay? So, as always, we're breaking down the 30 minutes. So there was no SMT, no PSP, right? So, but I'm fairly confident. Normally for me, it's no SMT, no trade, right? But I was fairly confident in this draw. Because what was price done? Price is literally expanded. Let me go to the 50. That might show it better. What's price done? It's at open. We've manipulated up. Amazing. That's what I wanted to see because I was short, right? So we had the manipulation. Now we have the distribution. Now price is retracing after expansion. What do we get met with? We get met with retracement. And I want to see expansion again. Back down to the draw because it's still open, right? So enough about that. And we go and look at my entry function. So I took this on my accounts, but I didn't take it on live because I already logged off from the live. I logged off at around 10:30. I was still watching this. This was another confluence here. This was a 3-minute SMT at the highs, right? So, you know, I was very happy taking this. We had our V shape, which I viewed it as, right? This became our V shape here once we closed through it, and I was happy taking the trade. So, in hindsight, maybe you could have put your stop loss like this, yeah, but I was more than happy accepting the risk. And obviously, price gives the beautiful kiss of this order block, this up close candle because we're bearish, right? And we just go around to previous day low. So we took my draw. So obviously, if I was in ES or YM, I'd either be getting out, or I'd be partial, or I'd be break even, right? Because look what happens once you take the draw. You know? So that's why I didn't get greedy. Like, I was more than happy. Like, 3R on a little trade, just like that, because I missed the original move here. But yeah, other than that, guys, I hope you have an amazing week. And remember, I'm doing giveaways Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on my YouTube lives for a free Apex account.